Holacaustal SlideShow by SoldierBlue and Katherine. Holocaustal slideshows, the template of building a nation, the sanguine efforts of others who seem not to notice that the sentient landscape they step upon is one of flesh and bone. Other thinking beings, entities of life, but they see only their uninitiated sense of patriotism. And those different are the lesser-thans, for whom no quarter shall be given. Death to all that speak no malleable tongue. The pillory for those who violate brute labor precepts. Yea, the land of the free. Battle dogs, soldiers' wages, teeth wrapped in sanguine psalms. Death to the Natchez people outside New Orleans, whose governor decided the town of White Apple, where did reside the Grand Soleil, or Great Sun, leader of the Natchez, should be removed to better provide grounds for his estates. Yea, the ancient removed for the cause of whose greater good? Speak to me of intent, those heroes of frontier times.
Gathering mothers and children, separated. Kill the mothers first, so baby can scream in mortal terror. But memories are short-lived. Where was your intent when you took a hammer to the head of children, over and over, in the name of civility? Civilizing whom? Mayan mother, nursing a child? Were they less than human? Humane acts in the name of progress, ripped from safe arms to become mutilated, fleshly remains. Who is civil and who is insane? As the children, bloated bellies went hungry. Soldiers, pay not arriving in time, food rotting, something rotten. So far as I am concerned, let them eat grass or their own dung, said Merrick in 1862.
So began the Sioux uprising, 303 charged with fighting for food for their children, not on the records, 38 hung on Lincoln's orders. Where was his intent? Freeing the slaves, as the largest hanging in American history took place under his orders. Beginnings of a model for Auschwitz. Yes, these our heroes of the frontier. Welcome to the Holocaustal slideshow. 1729. The Natchez, forced to defend their ancestral bones, cared for, buried in the township of White Apple, but built thousands of years hence, according to the people. Red Earth. Sound familiar? Defense of our graveyards? Yea, remember Oka, 1990? Canada, the Mohawk, remember Conestoton, Northern Ontario, Mohawk, subdivisions made upon our bones, crushed for a paling meal of someone else's good sleep. Yea, do you recall the non-treaty Nez Perce bones becoming the paving stones of Highway 2 in Montana? Yea, Red Earth. This is a thumbnail sketch of our Holocaustal slideshow. Yea, over 1,000 of the Natchez in 1729 deported as slaves to Santo Domingo for defense of the sacred. As an old woman is unchained, the songs of her people unchained, as well as she is tossed that evening as cordage upon the bonfire. Yea, the final defeat of the Natchez. She burned. Hey, Nola, can you see your Mardi Gras by this light?
Yea, welcome to my Holocaust slideshow. After the mass execution from a single scaffold, bodies buried, they hurried to relocate the savages. Buried in sand, barely covered, not even respect for the dead exhumed for study and souvenirs. Is it over today? No. Still body parts available on eBay today. Who is not repelled by Dahmer? Forefathers and heroes? Who teaches America's youth? these truths and treaties bent and broken? Was Warsaw the first concentration camp? No. 17,000 Dakota innocents rounded into concentration camps. By spring, the camp was moved southwest toward the current site of the Mall of America, the site where you can buy anything you like. Moved to Crow Creek Indian Reservation 1863. 138 Dakota died as they were moved like cattle one more time. What was the intent? Who was civilized? As history is written by those who claim the victory. Some escaped.
Escaped to Canada. Little Crow, for a bounty of which he was murdered. Did it end then? No. From 1863 till 1971, the skull and scalp of he remained in public display. As the Nazis made lampshades from skin, the lessons in genocide did not begin there. Who will own responsibility? Yea, the responsibilities become the futilities of honor and decency, as when, after the ambush killing of King Philip, also known as Metacomet, of the Wampanoag people, red earthen, the god's year of 1676, his body was drawn and quartered, soughing in the death breeze of 4 trees, and his head cradled in a gibbet for the hours of 20 years in Plymouth, for the ostensible use of public scorn. Or perhaps Osceola, leader of the Seminole people, the much mixed remnants, refugees of red earthen peoples already misplaced by Andrew Jackson and now placed upon the plate for annihilation. Yea, at Fort Moultrie they starved him unto death, and at the last, as with all good stories of those who showed courage beyond the sanguine ebb and flow of battles and wars fought for our survival, they severed his head and sent it for public display unto the Stuyvesant Institute, NYC. Yeah, take a bite of that Big Apple. Hokahe. Welcome to my Holacaustal slideshow.